"My good Edmund," answered the abbé, "be not deceived. This attack, which has just passed away, condemns me forever to the walls of the prison. None can fly from a dungeon who cannot walk. Well, we will wait, a week, a month, 2 months if need be, and meanwhile your strength will return. Everything is in readiness for our flight, and we can select any time we choose. As soon as you feel able to swim, we will go." "I shall never swim again," replied Faria. "This arm is paralyzed, not for a time, but forever. Lift it, and judge if I am mistaken." The young man raised the arm, which fell back by its own weight, perfectly inanimate and helpless. A sigh escaped him. "You are convinced now, Edmund, are you not?" asked the abbé. "Depend on it. No, I know what I say. Since the first attack I experienced of this malady, I have continually reflected on it. Indeed, I expected it, for it's a family inheritance. Both my father and grandfather died of it in the third attack. The physician who prepared for me the remedy I have twice successfully taken was no other than the celebrated Cabani, and he predicted a similar end for me." "The physician may be mistaken," exclaimed Dante. "And as for your poor arm, what difference will it make? I can carry you on my shoulders and swim for both of us." "I believe you, Dante. I believe you can. I believe you can carry Faria on your back while swimming. You're turning into a bit of a superhero, not gonna lie, but that's okay. We've talked about your underwater prowess, in passing, in a previous passage, but your dedication and your talent, I believe you could do it. However, Dante, what you haven't contended with before is a stubborn old man who has given up. Yeah, Faria, I'm calling you out. You're giving up, bro. After all of this, you're just going to lay there and not fight? Really? Really? You're giving up? Come on. Dante is dedicated to you. Dedicate yourself back to Dante, Faria, please. Come on, man. Okay, story-wise, this is an interesting pivot point, because when I speculated about the other episode that this could potentially be a ticking time bomb for their escape plan, might actually be something different. And we won't know until we continue reading, but, what are we doing here if not speculating? What this could be instead is setting up even deeper stakes for Dante. Like, we're setting up the fact that Dante might have to make a decision soon. And that decision is, do I leave Faria behind in order to save myself? I'm assuming some other circumstance will arise that has to make him move quickly, make that decision quickly, and decide if he's going to leave Faria behind. Or does he lean into his dedication, his loyalty to Faria, and drag him out of the Chateau d'If against his will? Or does he convince him? Maybe he uses all these, newfound brain powers to argue and debate Faria into agreeing to go with him. Lots of different things that can happen here. That said, Faria does give a little more insight into what this ailment is. It doesn't say what it is exactly, but he does say it's genetic. He inherited it from his father and his father before him. And that Cabanis, the actual real-life physician who existed in this world, treated him and said that, yeah, it happened to them, it's going to happen to you. So I think Faria is resigned to his fate. What does that mean, though? Like, we're in the penultimate episode of Chapter 17. We're going to leave this off somewhere. If he's kind of resigning, like emotionally resigning, mentally resigning, maybe not his mental faculties, but like he is his willpower, right? His hope has just kind of retreated. What does that mean for his ambition to teach Dante, to help Dante escape? I'm hoping he's going to use whatever time he has left to continue to help Dante, but I guess we won't know until we continue reading. I know I say that a lot, but it's perpetually true. But since we are in the penultimate episode of Chapter 17, and you know what's coming, I haven't said it in a while because this chapter's been so goddamn long. If you can, consider contributing over at patreon.com/gruntworkpod, which is the podcast network that supports the Countdown of Monte Cristo. for as little as $1 a month, you can get the story-only audio of every chapter when we finish. So as of tomorrow, chapter 17, in its probably 16-hour glory, will be available to you, as well as chapters 1 through 16, without my commentary. So you could just listen to basically the audiobook and stay up to date with what's happened as we go along. It's a great recap. I use it myself sometimes. But if you can't do that, there are other ways you can support us. I understand these are precarious times, lots of just things going on in the world, which is why we are doing the show in the first place. So if you can't contribute $1 a month, I understand. There are other ways. The other ways are you can leave us a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or any place you listen to the podcast, including YouTube. Subscribe there because it goes a long way to get other people to see the show. It enters into the algorithm, and especially if you give it a 5-star, it's going to give it priority to making sure that other people see it. You don't have to leave a long review. 1 word is fine. Great! Exclamation point. So! Exclamation point. But also 5 stars. Do whatever you want. Or you could just tell somebody about the show, text them an episode, email them, verbally tell them, hey, take their phone out of their hand, open up the podcast app, and pull open Countdown of Monte Cristo if you want to be that aggressive about it. But one-to-one recommendations go a long way to getting people to actually listen to the show, because people don't browse for podcasts that often. You'd be surprised how much traffic comes from someone hearing about a show from somebody else. So those are big ways you can help grow the show. And of course, if you want to join in on a discussion about Count of Monte Cristo, about books, about other things, you can join our Discord, which is free to anybody. You can find the link to that in the show notes for today's episode. Okay, I guess that's it for today. Let's finish out chapter 17 tomorrow. What do you say, folks? Yeah! I'm all alone in this studio. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.